Hi, how are you doing? Okay, so I'm going to apologise for the wobbliness of this. I think there's something up with my tripod, and the phone keeps rocking back and forward. So excuse me if it totally falls all over. But promised I was going to do another 2 tonight. So we were speaking earlier on about how to get rid of all those wee like niggly things from your life that you don't want to do and try and outsource them. So what I wanted to talk about now was what you can do to replace those things with other really good habits, which are going to get you a lot further to where you want to be in terms of your goal. I've just noticed it looks like a palm tree is coming out of my head. This is probably not the best way to sit, but I'm trying to get it so that the sun's not just completely behind me. So this is Marina Crescent. I'm just sitting down at Costa. The sun's just sitting in the background. It's been 41 degrees today in Kuwait, which was a really nice welcome back after 12 degree freezing cold and rain in London. But it's just this horrible kind of muggy way. There's no actual sunshine. It's just a kind of haze all day. So it's been the weather's been a bit rubbish and the sea was all choppy earlier on. But it's supposed to get really nice this week and be back to like absolute scorching sunshine. So I'll be struggling with that, I think. So yeah, you're getting rid of all these wee niggly tasks that end up taking up so much of your time. So instead, what you want to replace them with is good habits. Now, we've mentioned these in various vlogs before and we've spoke about them, and I wanted to just really quickly go through the 4 things which you can bring into your day which will make a huge difference to getting to where you want to be. One is gratitude. I have a whole vlog on that. One is meditation, and I'll try and talk a bit about this. It's not something I'm great at, I've got to be honest. One is visualization, and the other one is exercise. Sorry, it really helps. So gratitude, we spoke about this one before. In fact, it's vlog 32. I was actually re-watching it back, and it's quite interesting to see kind of how far ago that already feels just in the space of a couple of weeks. But even if I do say so myself, I think it was quite an interesting vlog, so it might be worth you checking out. So number 32. But basically, there's this thing called the Miracle Morning, and it's a guy, Hal Elrod, who does it, and you should go and check that out. And what it is it's basically just a way to set up your day for the win. Do you know what I mean? So instead of getting out your bed and like maybe, or even not getting out your bed, instead of lying in bed for an hour checking social media, seeing what's happening in the news, getting your brain already filled with negative thoughts and negative images, instead of that, what you want to do in the morning is instantly go into rituals and habits which will set you up for a successful day and which will get your brain in the right space. And gratitude is one of these things. He advises to take about 10 minutes and go through and talk through 10 things that you're grateful for each morning. And these can be a variety. They can be personal goals, they can be business goals, it can be just anything that's happening in your life. But actually just taking the time out to address each one and to talk out loud about how thankful you are for it, it really makes a difference actually. And then, as we discussed in vlog 32, what happens is when you're grateful for the things you've got, then the other things you've got come in. So the gratitude isn't about saying, I'm grateful that I've got this, but I'm only happy with that until I get my other goal. It's not about that. That's why you do gratitude and visualization. It's about, if this is as good as it gets, this is all the things that I'm happy for. So then straight after that, you do the visualization exercise, and this is where you want to then, you've already said thanks and been grateful for all the things that you've got. This is where you then spend your time thinking about where you want to be. And you can do this a variety of different ways. Some people recommend like just reading through a goal list, like I think I'd said to you before, write down your goal, put it in your back pocket and even forget about it, and in a weird way you'll just kind of achieve it. But visualization is something a bit more than that. It's not just about reading through the goals and going, I want to do this and I want to do that. It's actually about imagining that they're already achieved, that you're already living that life. So for myself at the moment, with this huge goal being to get to New York, every morning I'm spending a couple of minutes just visualising myself being in New York, working on the site, getting people excited about LWG, at the same time growing Amy out there. I visualise about when we have 4, probably 3 offices across the UK in all these different locations. I visualise when we have a team of franchise partners across the world, and I'm just at the helm kind of coaching everybody rather than being involved in the day-to-day. And I visualise about the Amy company being a success, the Amy brand being a success, but likewise everybody who's in it with me, all the team, all the franchisees, everybody that I work with, Brian and everything, I visualise them getting to the stage where they're enjoying it and they're a success. I mean, they're enjoying it, but you know what I mean. So you actually act as if it's already happened. And especially when the biggest shift comes, okay, so you're visualising something that you don't think you can do, or you think it's a really, really high-end, far-away goal, right? And what happens when you visualise it is you imagine yourself in that new reality, and then you pick out parts of that new reality that you can bring into your day already. For example, I'm imagining myself being a property developer in New York, and that's going to be happening within the next couple of months' time. So when I think about that, I think, okay, well, what would be the first thing that I would do in the morning? Okay, so I'd get up and I'd wear like a smart outfit, and I'd make sure that, you know, I had my day all planned, and I would allocate time in my diary based on the new time zone that I'm going to be in. So for example, I now work, instead of getting up so early in the morning, I now usually start work like about 6 or 7, so that I can work later at night, because working later at night allows me to be available New York time. Just silly things like that. Likewise, if you're visualising that when you achieve your goal it's going to involve travelling, then make sure that you've got your travel wardrobe ready, and make sure that you've got your suitcases ready to pack, and make sure you've got all these things in place. And it just makes you think more about the blocks to get there then, if you're thinking about it in your head as if it's already happened. So that's those two. Then we have gratitude, visualisation, meditation. I've tried to do this in the morning, I just end up falling back asleep. I tried to do it before I go to bed at night, just end up falling asleep. Like as soon as I get into a place where I close my eyes and I have 5 minutes, I just pass out, I just fall asleep. So I'm not a great expert in this. What I would do is I'd ask you to go and research other people who have done vlogs on it or have talks on it. There's a couple of really good apps just now. There's an app called Headspace, and there's one which I use which is called Buddhify. I think Headspace is really the best one, but it's not about, people will try it, and people will try it for like maybe 10 minutes and get really frustrated and go, oh my god, I can't meditate, I can't get my mind empty, I just can't do it, I'm terrible at this, I'm leaving it. It's not about having an empty mind, it's about developing the mental toughness to address thoughts when they pop in your head and then put them to the side for later on. And through doing that, like, you know, religiously and practicing it for months and months and years, you may eventually get to the stage where you do it and you actually just have an empty mind, but that's not the goal of it. The goal of it is to give your brain just 10 or 20 minutes every single day, just to not have to process anything, just to not have to think about anything, just to focus on you, to focus on being present. And actually what that does is it just allows your brain to function a lot better. The studies in meditation are many and varied, but they all prove that using it as a part of your daily rituals can only lead to success. If you study most of the successful people in the world, they use meditation. It's just a way to declutter your brain, it's a way to de-stress, it's a way to make sure that your thoughts are remaining positive and that you have more control over your emotions and the planning and the organisation and the things that happen. But as I say, I'm not an expert on it and I don't do it as much as I should, but I am going to start trying to make it a much more regular habit. So I'll keep you posted in this vlog how I get on, and in the meantime, if you please do me a favour and research like actual successful people, not just me sitting here spouting this shit at you, and see what they say about it and take that from them. So that's meditation. And the fourth one's exercise. Now, this is definitely worthy of a whole vlog on its own, so we'll cover exercise in more detail later. But all I want you to get in your head just now is that when you get up in the morning, if you have an hour set aside in the morning where you do these 4 tasks, it will absolutely change your life. And it's a case of getting up in the morning, first thing you do is you read out or talk through, or you go in the mirror and see yourself doing it, talk through the 10 things you're grateful for. Then you visualise what it is you're going for, visualise what it is you want to achieve. Then you do some meditation, and then you do some exercise. And if you do that, just putting those things in place, just putting that regular hour in place just for you, whether it's half an hour of exercise, whether it's 45 minutes, or it's 25 minutes of exercise, whatever it is, it's just replacing all those crap habits that you already have with really, really good habits, and it'll make all the difference in the world. I work with one of my really good friends has a life design business which is all about exercise and healthy eating, so I'll maybe see if he wants to come in on one of the vlogs to talk about that, because I wouldn't do it justice, because again, that's something I don't do very well. I know I should do it, like same with meditation, so I'm going to do it over the next 2 weeks to see whether it makes a difference. But that's us talking about all the things that you want to bring in. I think it's also important to address the things that you want to get rid of. So when we're doing exercise, we'll cover also trying to get rid of sugar, getting rid of alcohol from your diet, any other bad habits, like smoking, anything like that. Anything that doesn't keep you in the absolute fittest state you can be is really not going to serve you getting to where you want to go. Okay, but I'll leave it at that for now, and enjoy your night, and I'll do another one later on tonight. I'm not sure on what yet. I think we'll leave exercise to another day. Okay, have a good one. Good night. Bye bye.